السلام عليكم شبابنا الغالي، عاملين ايه؟ يا رب تكونوا بخير كده وفي احسن صحة وحال وهاديين نفسيا ان شاء الله. تعالوا النهارده مع بعض نحل موديل اكزام جديد in chemistry. First question بيقول ايه؟ It's not possible to distinguish between carbonate and bicarbonate. Carbonate CO3 to negative and bicarbonate HCO3 negative. Two anions derived from carbonic acid, very weak acid, can be replaced by any other more stable acid. And the carbon dioxide gas evolve in both cases. يبقى مفيش acid can differentiate between them. Bicarbonate by using solution X. X ما يقدرش يفرق بينهم. So X is acid. But they can be distinguished using solution Y. Which of the following solutions are X and Y? تعالوا كده ندرس the first choice. Hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid can distinguish between them? No. As in both cases, carbon dioxide gas evolves. يبقى ممكن يبقى X hydrochloric acid that cannot distinguish between them. Why? Magnesium sulfate. Magnesium sulfate can distinguish between them. As in case of carbonate, magnesium carbonate is formed, which is insoluble in water, forming white precipitate. While in case of magnesium bicarbonate is formed that's soluble in water, as all of bicarbonate salts soluble in water. By heating turns to magnesium carbonate that form white precipitate. يبقى white PBT is formed in cold with magnesium sulfate. White PBT is formed with bicarbonate after heating. يبقى the correct option A. The second question. Which of the following solid salts release a gas and deposit an element when diluted hydrochloric acid is added to it? كلنا عارفينه اللي هو مين؟ thiosulfate salt. Any thiosulfate salt, sodium sulfate, potassium thiosulfate. By adding HCl, sulfur dioxide gas evolve and yellow sulfur precipitate. يبقى correct answer B, sodium thiosulfate. The next question. When sodium sulfide, Na2 sulfide SO3, solution is added to silver nitrate, solution e.g. NO3. By adding sodium thiosulfate to silver nitrate solution, followed by heating the reaction products. Which of the following is correct about the precipitate? Let's conclude the products from the reaction of sodium thiosulfate and silver nitrate. Double exchange reaction occurs. Sulfide combined with silver and sodium nitrate is formed. Silver sulfide, يبقى silver sulfide is formed, Ag2SO3, solid, insoluble in water, forming white precipitate turns to black by heating. تعال نشوف بقى في التشويس مين اللي بيقول الكلام ده. Remains without changing after heating. لا، ما احنا لسه متفقين اهو. White precipitate is formed turns to black by heating. Wrong. White precipitate is formed at first. صح. Followed by a black precipitate after heating. Correct answer. C. Black precipitate is formed at first. No, white. Black precipitate turns to, لا, white turns to black. Then the correct answer B. The next question. In adding silver nitrate solution to two salts solution separately, yellow precipitate is formed. In both cases, كلنا عارفين. Silver salts أو silver nitrate used to detect chloride, forming silver chloride with bromide, silver bromide. iodide, silver iodide. Silver nitrate used to detect phosphate anion forming silver phosphate. And sulfite وsulfite. وكلنا حافظين their colors. White, yellowish white, yellow, yellow. Silver iodide and silver phosphate, yellow in color. How to differentiate or distinguish between two yellow salts of silver, one of them iodide and the other phosphate, by using ammonium hydroxide. Silver iodide insoluble in ammonium solution or ammonium hydroxide, while silver phosphate soluble in ammonia solution. طالما قال لي two salts الاثنين yellow precipitate يبقى الاثنين silver iodide and silver phosphate. One dissolve in concentrated ammonium hydroxide يبقى الاولاني ده اللي هو الفوسفات صوديوم فوسفات or sodium phosphate, not sodium chloride. And the other, while the other doesn't dissolve in ammonia. So the other is sodium iodide and the correct option is A. صح؟ بنفكر في السؤال بالراحة كده مع بعض. The next question. In the reaction, copper plus nitric acid give copper nitrate, aqueous, water, liquid, and nitrogen dioxide gas. Which of the following is correct about the previous reaction? The reaction is complete. هو الرياكشن بتاعنا ده complete reaction يعني irreversible. One of the products escape from the reaction medium in form of gas. So the reaction is complete, irreversible. Proceed in one direction. يبقى the reaction is complete. صح. And the reaction rate of reaction increase by increase the surface area of reactants. ما احنا عارفين ان surface area from the factors affecting on a rate of chemical reaction. As the surface area increase, the rate of chemical reaction increase. يبقى option A كله على بعضه كده ايه correct. Okay. The next question. Alloys are very important in industry. Iron alloys are produced through. عايزين نحضر iron alloy. Iron alloys formed in the last step of extraction of iron, that production of iron, in which impurity is removed, then adding another element to form alloys. هل alloys formed in blast furnace followed by matrix furnace هنعمل reduction wrong. Matrix furnace followed by open furnace, correct answer. Matrix furnace in which reduction process occurs to obtain iron, then production of iron alloys in open furnaces. B is a correct answer. Open hearth furnace followed by electrical furnace, two furnaces used in production of alloys, wrong. Electric furnace followed by هنعمل production before reduction, wrong. So the correct answer is B. The next question. The correct order of chemical processes used to convert an alkene with 5 atoms. عايزين من alkene contain 5 atoms. Converted to aliphatic insecticide with 18 atoms. Let's conclude the alkene that each mole consists of 5 moles of atoms. From general molecular formula of alkanes, 1 mole contains 5 atoms. So N plus 2N plus 2 equal 5. N equal 1. Alkane contain 1 carbon atom methane. يبقى احنا عايزين نبدأ من الميثين CH4 to obtain aliphatic insecticide. ما خدناش وما درسناش غير 1 aliphatic insecticide اللي هو جاميكسان C6H6 Cl6. Aliphatic not aromatic as it's saturated prepared from benzene by halogenation by addition in direct sunlight. يبقى to obtain جميع لازم يكون معايا بنزين، والبنزين prepared by four methods. Two of them from aliphatic and the others from aromatic. أنا عايز أبدأ بأليفاتيك. طب ال two methods of preparation of benzene from aliphatic normal hexane catalytic reforming method or E-sign cyclic polymerization. تقدر تجيب من الميثين ايثاين ولا نورمال هيكسان؟ ايثاين كلنا حافظينها. فاست كولينج، فاست هيتنج، then fast cooling, rapid cooling to form ethine. How to convert ethine to benzene? By passing ethine gas in red hot nickel tube اللي هي cyclic polymerization or trimerization. يبقى steps: fast heating, then fast cooling, trimerization, halogenation by addition. فين هنا؟ strong heating with rapid quenching. Okay. Then halogenation? No. Strong heating with rapid cooling. Okay. Then polymerization. Then halogenation. حصل. ولا نبدأ بالpolymerization؟ wrong. Methane saturated cannot be polymerized. halogenation هوصل لإيه؟ ميثايل كلورايد مش هعرف أكمل. يبقى الكوريكت أنسر بتاعتنا B. The next question. In the reaction, iron 3 oxide plus carbon monoxide give iron and carbon dioxide gas. Reduction of iron in blast furnace. The equilibrium constant is. عايز ال formula of equilibrium constant for this reaction. فاكرين؟ liquid substances and solid substances not appear in the formula of Kc. So Kc for this reaction will be Kc equal concentration of products over concentration of reactants, each of them raised to the power the number of moles in the balanced equation. Solid ما بيتكتبش، liquid ما بيتكتبش as their concentration constant whatever its quantity. Solid مش هكتبه. Products concentration of carbon dioxide gas power 3 over concentration of carbon monoxide power 3. فين في التشويس بتاعتي؟ Kc concentration of CO2 power 3 divided concentration of CO power 3. ما هو ده اللي احنا قلناه. correct answer. مش هنقرا الباقي خلاص. The next question. 3 elements from the first transition series are X, Y, and Z, where element X has an oxidation state greater than its group number. يبقى احنا بنتكلم عن element in group 1 B اللي هو مين؟ copper. X copper. Y. Element Y is the most chemically active element in its series اللي هي first transition series. مين ال most active element in the first transition series؟ scandium. Z. Element Z is a non-transition element. Non-transition element belong to the first transition series. كلنا عارفين طبعا ان هو مين؟ zinc. يبقى احنا عرفنا 3 elements X, Y, and Z respectively copper, scandium, and zinc. Which of the following is correct? Element X react with diluted hydrochloric acid. X copper react with diluted hydrochloric acid. Copper chemically inactive, below hydrogen in electromotive series. So it doesn't react with diluted hydrochloric acid and cannot replace hydrogen of acid. Wrong. هو بيقول لي react. يبقى choice A wrong. Element Z, which is zinc, is used to protect the metals from corrosion. Zinc used in galvanization of iron to protect it from corrosion. يبقى element Z اللي هو الزنك فعلا used to protect metals from corrosion. So the option B is the correct option. نكمل. Element Y doesn't react with water. Element Y which is scandium, the most active element, react vigorously with water. جاي تقول لي doesn't react with water. Wrong option. One alloy of element X اللي هو الكبر used in heating coil. لا الكبر used in electric wires. So the correct answer B. Okay. The next question. Two elements X and Y from the first transition series. Element X has 4 unpaired electrons in the D sublevel and easily oxidized. Easily oxidized from positive 2 to positive 3. كلنا حافظين. Iron in its elementary state ended by 3d6. So it contains 4 unpaired electrons in D sublevel and easily oxidized from positive 2 that ended by 3d6 as it loses 2 electrons from 4s, easily oxidized to iron 3 as it ended by half-filled D sublevel and become less energy and more stable. The element X iron, X Fe. Element Y has 5 unpaired electrons in the D sublevel and they can easily reduce. For the first transition series, there are 2 elements ended by D sublevel half-filled, chromium and manganese. هو هنا عايز مين؟ chromium or manganese؟ قال لي easily reduced from positive 3 to positive 2. Manganese 2 positive ended by 3d5 that less energy and more stable. Manganese 3 positive ended by 3d4 unstable. Manganese 2 positive difficult to oxidize to manganese 3 positive, while manganese 3 positive easily reduced. هو بيقول لي element Y easily reduced from 3 positive to Y 2 positive, then Y is manganese. The alloy composed of the 2 elements is used manganese, iron, harder than steel, used in railway tracks. Correct answer B. The next question. 2 consecutive elements X and Y from the first transition series, 2 elements ورا بعض على طول, are characterized by half-filled 3D sublevel. The elements are, ما انا لسه قايل, 2 elements ورا بعض ended by 3D5, chromium as it has abnormal electronic configuration and manganese. يبقى element X and Y, chromium and manganese. Correct answer C, chromium manganese. The next question. During the extraction of iron from its ores, impurities are removed using chemical and physical methods. The correct order of these methods: chemical, physical. Chemical, magnetic separation, chemical, physical. Roasting, heating, and oxidation of impurities, chemical process. Roasting, chemical process. Surface tension, physical process. يبقى the correct answer B. هو بيسألني على chemical والphysical process respectively. Roasting and surface tension. Electrical separation in C option, physical. Reduction, chemical, but not used to remove impurities. Used in reduction of iron ore. The next question, chloride and iodide. Chloride, iodide, ions in their solutions can be detected using solution X. mean solution X can detect chloride and iodide. الاثنين في نفس الجروب. detected by mean reagent hot concentrated sulfuric acid. give gases. بس قال لي detected by solution X form two precipitates. يبقى مش concentrated sulfuric acid. The confirmatory test for each of them silver nitrate. Silver nitrate solution form silver chloride, white precipitate. Silver iodide, yellow precipitate. Okay. So X silver nitrate. Silver nitrate. تعال نجرب. barium nitrate. لو حطينا barium nitrate form barium chloride soluble in water. ما يقدرش يعمل ديتكشن الاثنين. Concentrated sulfuric acid detect both of them, but gases evolves not precipitate. Hydrochloric acid cannot detect any of them. So the correct answer D. بس خلينا نكمل. Two precipitate form two precipitates and one of the two precipitates, silver chloride and silver iodide, one of them dissolve in solution Y. Then solution Y is ammonium hydroxide as silver chloride white precipitate dissolve in ammonia solution, while silver iodide yellow precipitate insoluble in ammonia solution. اتأكدنا ان الكوريكت انسر بتاعتنا هي دي.